have the rear differential cover all completely unbolted, so we'll be able to now remove the cover and we can start cleaning out all of the silicone around here. And then we will turn around and we'll put the new differential cover on. So I just wanted to let you guys see the before, getting the old cover removed. This is the differential pack for those who don't know. This is what takes your front drive shaft from your transmission and makes your rear tires turn. It's called a Ringland gear. And that's a pinion down there, which you really can't see. Also, some people know about welded diffs or limited slips or open diffs, and this is what they're referencing for all those who didn't know what one looked like. That is a diff pack. So I'll catch up with you guys in a few minutes. I have to scrape away all this old silicone, and once I get that all done, I need to prep the surface, clean it, and then I'll put a nice little bead of sealant on it, some silicone, and go from there. So I'll catch up with you guys in a few. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I just ended up finishing off the lizard skin acoustic and sound deadening and ceramic coating in the car. I know I haven't released a video in a while. Shit's been a little crazy. Went to Texas for a little bit of vacation to escape the coronavirus. But we're back and better than ever. So, as you see, I sprayed the entire thing, so it is nice and quiet in here. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell from the video itself, but as you can see, me talking in here to me then talking out here, there is a lot of a difference. Like I said, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but in real life it does make a difference. So I'm gonna let this cure. It takes about 30-ish hours to harden and everything. So once this is all hardened, I'll go ahead and start pulling out everything that I taped off. And then once I do that, I'll go ahead and start probably throwing in maybe the dash bar, a little bit of the dash. I'll probably throw in the rear seat bar, maybe the rear seat panels that go up here that separate the front of the cab from the back of the cab. And then from there, I'm just waiting for a little bit of wiring in the mail, and then I'll start finishing off building my wiring harness, and I'll be able to show you guys that too. The last couple days I've just been kind of accumulating parts so we can get some shit done. So yeah, I'm gonna get my wire in the mail, and then I'll have a little bit of a video on building the wiring harness. The car is still up in the air. I did get my impact. I knocked off the old trailing arms, so this is one of the new trailing arms in. The only issue I'm running into is right up here. As you see, this little shackle area, I bent that one out to clear these bushings, but on this one right here, the bushings that I had up here actually had to be down here on the actual lateral arm, so I had to swap them out. So I'll have to get those machined down or somehow get them a little smaller. So I'm going to take some measurements and get that taken care of probably today as well, so we can get a few more things taken care of. So just want to let you guys see the progress. It is getting there. I know I haven't released a video in a while, but I've had a few things come up in my life that I've had to take care of. So we'll be back at it and better than ever. So catch up with you guys in a few. What's up, you guys? Back again with the Subaru. I just want to catch you guys up, let you guys see some of the stuff I've gotten done. I know that I'm kind of jumping around reassembling, but as you see, I have the carpet kit back in, all the interior pieces back in. So let me start where I might have left off. On the last video, I did end up spraying the acoustic liner and sound control in the bottom of the car. I ended up building all of my wiring harnesses and slowly have pulled those through for all the PDM modules and all the alarm. The only thing I do have left to do is I do have to hook up some window wires, as I can find them, some window wires. I do have to pull these up to the front. So I'll be building a wiring harness for that in a couple days. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys what we've gotten done. I've gotten all the carpet kit back in, all the interior and dash, everything put back in. I do have the quick release steering wheel put in. I have the hydraulic handbrake line all bent up and ready to go. So I'll be able to put the handbrake in here. So I've just slowly been chugging along. I've been trying to get as much as I can done. I have taken off all the plastic insulation on the doors because I do plan on insulating those so they're a little quieter. Don't plan on them being extremely quiet, but a little quieter. Here's a little sneak peek of the wiring for the PDM. So it's getting there. It just takes a little bit of time, but one step at a time, we're getting there. I got the stereo and everything back in. All the wires ran for that. I'm going to try something and use this wire which goes to the stereo. It is a mute control. So I'm going to try to tie this wire right here into my door panel. So there is a window lock button. I do not plan on having window locks, but what I will do is try to repurpose that for stereo mute. So like for instance, if I go through a drive-through at like a fast food place or something, I could just click a button and not have to actually distract myself with turning a knob or anything. If it doesn't work out, well, then I'll turn a knob. It's not that big of a deal. Over in the back, excuse me, I do have the entire roof liner put back in. I just need to wire up the front compass, the front map light, navigation light, whatever you guys want to call it, and also the rear cab or mid cab. I do have the rear luggage shelf put in. All that's taken care of through brake light. Just need to start really wiring things in. I do also have, sorry, I gotta lock my car. I do also have all of the wires for the stereo, lights, alarm, everything ran to the back. That will be ran in the back. I did have to cut a big old hole in the back of my spare tire area so I can get to the rear differential bolt locations, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And that being said, also I have managed to get all of the lateral trailing arms and everything put in, torqued down, and it's ready to go. So it's pretty much just waiting for the rear differential. So hopefully on the next video I'll get the rear diff in, and I'll catch up with you guys then. Have a good one. Alright, hopefully today's the day she comes out. So I'll catch up with you guys and see where we get. What's up, you guys? So I managed to get the engine out and transmission out. And what I ended up going ahead and I did was, when I got the transmission and engine pulled out, I went ahead and prepped the bay, sprayed the bay, just tossed in the subframe for the 2JZ. Right now I am waiting for a few parts, but this weekend I think what I'll be doing is I'll be doing the tube front end. So I'll be cutting off all of basically the fender supports and front headlight supports and starting the tube front end. So I wanted to get you guys a little caught up with what I've got done. I've also managed to get the pedal assembly installed for the clutch and brake. I had to cut a nice little size hole in the firewall. It's not that big of a deal. I'll get it all patched up. So it's pretty much what's going on in the engine bay. I've also gotten pretty much, I would say, about 75% of the interior pretty much put back in. I have my seats on order. They should be coming in next week for the front. I have a few wires coming in to finish up the last little bit of wiring, and then I can put in all the trim interior molding. My headliner had a little bit of an accident. Not that big of a deal. I'll figure it out. get it rewrapped. I did it myself, so I'll do it again or get it done professionally. Handbrake is installed, all plumbed and everything. Going out the back, as you can see, hole going out my transmission tunnel. Waiting for the CD09. Excuse the mess, just been shoving everything in my car at the end of a long work day. Just waiting to figure out what I'm going to do for the passenger and driver's side doors. I think I have to do a JDM passenger door window module over there. Just the way Subaru wires their modules makes things a little difficult. Rather than just have one rocker switch for just my one window, I'd rather have a single switch and lock function or no lock function. Not a big deal. I'll have keyless entry, so I'm not too worried. So pretty much all of the interior kind of caught up. I ended up putting the door panels back on because I did Dynamat behind the door panels, so it is a lot quieter in here. So we'll move our way to the back and close this up. And I did get my differential in, and the car is sitting back down on the rear tires. So it's kind of what it looks like under here, all adjustable. And yes, that is the end of an axle. That is the axle shaft. It's snapped in half, actually. The nut's still in the hub. So it just goes to show that Subaru axles are pretty strong. That was about 1,400 foot-pounds of torque that I was putting on that bolt. So it did finally just let go. Wasn't here when it happened, but I know it was probably pretty freaking loud. Still need to get a, excuse my dog, still need to get an alignment, but everything's all pretty much buttoned up on the rear differential and subframe ends. So next will be brake lines, axles, and then the rear end is done, and then just mate with a drive shaft to the transmission, and the underside will be pretty much done. So catch up with you guys on the next video. It's pretty much step by step, you know, just doing little things here and there, trying to collect parts and pieces. So it might be a while, kind of like this video was a while, till the next released video. Hard times right now, but you know, we work through them, we get through them, we push through them, and that's all that matters. So I'll catch up with you guys later. You know what that means, boys and girls. One step closer to taking y'all motherfuckers to Gapplebees.